Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I'm so excited to be able to be doing another one for you guys. But before we jump into this video, let me introduce myself for any of you who may be new to my channel and don't know who I am. So my name is Mystical Essence and I am an intuitive tarot card reader, oracle card reader, astrologer, and spiritual mentor. I have 13 plus years under my belt, helping people, mentoring people along their spiritual journey. It's really my love and my passion, and it's what I love to do. I love to help empower people. I love to see people excel in their own spiritual growth and development, and I want to do everything I can to help you guys with that too, and to help empower you as spiritual beings, as physical beings, and in whatever other way I possibly can. So, if you are into tarot, if you're into astrology, or if you're into spirituality in general, please feel free to click the thumbs up button or give this channel a subscribe below. So, subscribing to this channel does send you notifications whenever I post a new video so you don't miss any of my content. So with that being said, let's jump into this video, shall we? So welcome to another month ahead reading. So in this reading, we will look at what we as a collective need to be working towards, what we need to be releasing, what challenges we may face, advice on how we can overcome these challenges, and what opportunities this month brings for the collective. This is for what humans in general need to be working on. This is for everybody. It's a very general reading. If you guys want a personal reading for you this month on what you need to be working on, releasing, letting go of, what opportunities are coming in, etc., please check out my Etsy shop. The link for that will be in the pinned comment below this video. So let's jump into this and get going, shall we? So the very first part I want to look at this in this video is what the collective needs to be working towards this month, and what came up with the Nine of Cups on its side. So, when I seen this, I immediately seen a bridge, and the Nine of Cups is about self-happiness, right? What makes us happy as individuals. And so when I seen that bridge, it was like we need to step into this energy. So this month is all about really stepping into our own happiness, and that's what we need to be focusing on. We need to be focusing on what it is that makes us happy and how to cultivate that within our lives, or more of that. So, imagination is the key to this. Being able to imagine a life that where we are happiest, because that is something that's going to help with really bringing that into reality this month. When we can see that life, when we can feel that life, when we can focus on it, we can then figure out what we need to do to cultivate that and make it a reality, and then work towards that this month. So the next part looks at what we need to be releasing this month. And for that, I got the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Coins. So this was telling me that as a collective, we are really being asked to release this concept of needing something tangible or something physical to be happy, or really needing to work to be happy, because the Eight of Coins also has to do with work. We need to remember that happiness is a feeling. And it doesn't come from material objects. It doesn't come from tangible items. It doesn't come from people. It's not something we have to work towards. It's something that already exists. It's within us. And while things and people in our lives can trigger this feeling of happiness and can trigger us being happy, they can trigger that feeling, we don't need that to be happy. We don't need people to be happy. We don't need physical objects to be happy. They act as mirrors. So essentially, when we get a physical object that makes us happy, or a person comes into our lives that makes us happy, They are just mirroring energy back to us that already exists within ourselves. So we really need to work on releasing the concept that material things and people bring happiness, because true happiness really comes from within yourself. In fact, some of the happiest people in the world are also some of the poorest people. If you look at a lot of third world countries, these people are people who live off grid, with minimal lifestyles and minimal stuff. They are some of the happiest people you will meet. And that is because happiness is a state of being, and it's not an effect of the external world, right? The external world doesn't have to play on our happiness. And that's the mindset. That's kind of the concept that we have to release this month. Part of this is looking at the challenge we may face this month. And what came up for that was the Queen of Swords reversed. So this is a reflection and looking at ourselves in terms of our own self-talk and our beliefs, the thoughts that we hold within ourselves. It is really taking a look at ourselves and our beliefs and our mindsets that we have around happiness and questioning it. And that's a challenging thing, to look at our own beliefs and start questioning why we have them. Okay. So, for example, if you're somebody who believes that you need others to make you happy, why do you have that belief? If you're someone who believes you need money to make you happy, why do you have that belief? Where does it come from? Why is it not enough to just be happy within yourself and happy with yourself? Why do we need external things to make us happy internally? These are questions that we should be thinking about and reflecting on. And that's the challenge, is really looking at ourselves and our beliefs around happiness and why these beliefs exist. Part of this that I wanted to do and look into was what can be done to help us overcome this challenge and this mindset of, being dependent on external things for internal happiness. And here's what came through. I pulled the Four of Wands, and I was immediately drawn to the doors on this picture. And as soon as I focused in on the doors, I got a meditation. So here is the meditation and the exercise you can do in order to help you overcome these challenges this month. If you want the challenge of, relying on physical things to bring us happiness. So, here's the meditation. This is kind of a visualization exercise. So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to picture yourself standing in front of you. And as you do this, a pair of doors appear within your body. Once these doors are fully visible, I want you to open them and walk through them. And what this symbolizes essentially is walking into yourself. So once you're inside yourself, I want you to search for your happiness, the happiness that lies within you. Once you find it, take note of what it feels like. Take a note of if it has a color, a smell, a shape, a texture, a sound, because sometimes these can take on like physical forms. So once you've taken note of that as much as possible and you feel ready, I want you to walk back to the door that you came through and walk back through it, closing the door behind you. And then I want you to open your eyes. Now, once your eyes are open, I want you to write down everything that you have in your mind of that happiness. And then meditate with that as much as possible this month. And what this exercise will help you do is it will help you tap into the energy and the happiness that lies within you that is not reliant on the external world. okay? Because you're walking into yourself. You're essentially, through this exercise, pulling yourself out of the world and walking into your own inner world and exploring the happiness that lies within you. So that's what this is designed to do, is to help you tap into that emotion within yourself that isn't necessarily reliant on the external world, and that's kind of separate from the external world, I guess you could say, in a way. Last little bit of this that I wanted to look into was what opportunity is coming forward this month for the collective out of all of this. And what I got was the Fool card. So with this, it was an opportunity of self-awareness. It's an opportunity for us to learn more about what makes us happy as individuals on an individual level, and what that feels like, and how to feel that without needing external influences to trigger it. Because essentially, the happier we are with ourselves, the more happiness we project through our energy and into the world, and the happier the world becomes. It's like that ripple effect, right? When we find it within ourselves, then it emanates out into our aura, and then it emanates out even further than that into the auras of people we connect with, and then it emanates into other people's auras that they connect with, and so on and so forth, right? So when we can cultivate that happiness within ourselves that isn't necessarily reliant on the external world, we can then spread that happiness into the external world, which then affects the external world itself, which is a pretty powerful thing. So that's the opportunity. That's what's being given to us this month, is a chance to really learn how we can cultivate our own happiness that isn't reliant on the world, and an opportunity to become more self-aware of, what lies within us, as opposed to what is being triggered by external influences within the world. The next thing I wanted to do really quick was just give you guys some tools that you can use this month to help you kind of maneuver the energies of this month. So we have an affirmation, we have a few reminders, we have a spirit animal, we have a deity, and a symbol. So the affirmation that came out was, "Gratefully, I surrender my struggle." So, gratitude helps to create happiness. So, when we go through something with gratitude, essentially it helps lead us to happiness. And that is something that I think we forget when we're going through struggling times or tough times. We all have them, they're unavoidable. Nobody lives a life that they're 100% happy all the time, because it just doesn't happen. We're humans, we go through cycles. We have those moments of unhappiness, but if we can surrender into those moments and just let those moments pass, and, surrender into them with gratitude, then I think we come out happier at the end of that, is what it's trying to say. And then we have the reminders. So for this, we have vision. Trust your ability to create the vision in your soul. And then inner worlds, your external worlds, as a reflection of your internal world. So again, it's reminding us that what goes on inside us is what gets projected outwards, right? So when we start feeling happier, we project that, like I said, you project that happiness out into the world, and you create a happier world around you, right? And when you can visualize this and imagine it, that also helps you. So our body responds to stimuli, obviously, right? Which is why when we get physical things or people in our lives that can make us happy, because it's essentially our body's reaction to the external stimuli. So when we can visualize things, that provides us some stimuli as well. And that helps us to create that energy of happiness, which we then emanate out into the world. So they want to remind you and want you to keep in mind that nothing is impossible, and everything that you could ever possibly want lies within you if you have the imagination to imagine it, and the ability to imagine it, and allow that to fill up yourself with positivity, and then project that out into the world. And then we have the spirit animal is the spider. So, the spider, I think, is as we go from Pisces energy, which is really dreamy energy, into Aries energy, which is about manifestation and creating. The spider is a great animal to work with to help transition into those energies, because the spider has to do with help making your dreams reality. Okay, that's literally what it says on the bottom of this: spider spirit, make your dreams reality. So calling on this energy and this animal and working with this animal can help bridge the taking what's in your mind and in your soul and making it a reality, and helping you manifest more happiness from internal sources and then projecting it externally. Makes sense. And again, too, moving into Aries energy out of Pisces energy. And Pisces energy is the imagination, is the dream world. And then moving into Aries energy, which is more creative, manifesting, more present energy, that can help with that as well. So if you're somebody struggling with making that transition this year or this month, that animal may be helpful to you. And then the goddess we have is Danu. So she is a Celtic goddess, I believe. I have not worked with her overly, so I'm not going to pretend to know a whole lot about her. But what I got from that is she can help you connect to yourself. So the way that she's depicted in this card is her eyes are closed. There's a lot of water flowing from her. She's also got a triple moon behind her. The tree of knowledge is also behind her. So I feel like she is a goddess that is really going to help you to connect to yourselves and help us connect to ourselves. She is a mother goddess. Also known as Mother Earth, or connected to Mother Earth. So yeah, she can really help you with learning how to connect with your own energies and connect with those energies within yourself. So if you're somebody who struggles with connecting with feelings and emotions that exist within you, I feel like she's definitely a deity that can help you with that. And then we have the rune, which is Wunjo, I believe. And this has to do with success and victory. So I feel like this can help you feel more confident, more victorious, more joyous, by pulling in the energies of this rune. If you just need a little pick me up throughout the month, again, help stepping into your own happiness. When we go through like the tough times, sometimes that rune can help us feel more courageous and more victorious, and just make everything kind of feel a little more lighter. So that's what I got for you guys for this month for tools that will help. I hope this helps. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and bye for now.